Cancer, hi, how have you been? We have one of the biggest weeks. I don't know. I don't want to say in 2025 because there have been so many big weeks, but this is a really big week. We have four major transits. This is going to be the astrology transit highlights from September 1st to September 7th. So if you are a Cancer, you are in the right place because I'm going to go through all of the energy. And hi, my name is Jenny. If you are new here, I always appreciate any likes, subscribes, comments on, if it resonated or how your journey is going. But let's just get into this energy. First of all, we have four major transits, which I will go through day by day, but we have Uranus going retrograde, the planet of chaos and upheaval and random chaotic ideas as well. We also have Saturn, which is already retrograding. It's already retrograded. It's retrograding back into Pisces. And then we also have Mercury moving into Virgo, which is going to feel really good because we're ending up this, Mercury retrograde happened in Leo. So we're ending up this energy, which is just going to be really nice, brand new start for our minds. Plus Mercury and Virgo are besties. So we're just going to be really utilizing our minds to the fullest extent, which I absolutely love. And then we also have our eclipse, full moon eclipse, total eclipse, okay, in Pisces. So, full moons are about endings. We have planets going retrograde. We have shifts this week. I know that everybody's going to be experiencing a lot of endings, whether that's internal or external. But let's just get into it, Cancer. So Monday, September 1st, we will wake up and Saturn will move into Pisces and it will happen around 3 a.m. Central Standard Time. So we are literally going to wake up with this Saturn and Pisces energy. And I don't want you to be scared of this Saturn and Pisces energy because we have already experienced this for 2.5 years. We just got a sneak peek of Saturn in Aries, which has been fun. Yeah, been fun. You guys have been asked to be more disciplined within your career. But this is like a little sneak peek, especially if you are a Cancer that you aren't sure what career direction you're going into, because Saturn in Pisces for you is having you recontemplate, do you want to learn a new subject, or are you finishing up a subject? Are you looking to expand your spirituality? This is really just about your beliefs, your expansion, and your growth in the outside world and what you're really looking to accomplish, especially if you have a Pisces midheaven. This is really going to be career related. But if you don't have a Pisces midheaven, this is going to be, I believe, just more on that spirituality level. This is the house of God. And what I do love too is we will have a Sagittarius moon on Monday, which Sagittarius moon energy is all about expansiveness, optimistic growth, your beliefs. So we get this little and this little boost while you guys are experiencing Saturn retrograde in your house of beliefs. I just gotta tuck this behind my ear because it's driving me nuts and then I get distracted. ADHD moment, Cancer. So but Sagittarius moon will be trining Mercury at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And what I love about this for you guys is this energy is the Sagittarius moon and working with that second and sixth house. This is your communication when it comes to your resources, your value, your daily routine, your physical health. All of these are just working on the same page. Trines are natural flowing energy. You don't need to try for a trine, which is what I love about trine energy. You're just going to kind of feel it. Like everything just might be kind of just coming into place. Like you just could feel really in alignment with your life, which I love this energy. Now at 8:45 p.m., the moon is going to move into Capricorn. Capricorn energy for you guys, you Cancers, like this is the time. Okay, so Capricorn moon happens once a month, and this is the time that if you are single, go out. Okay, like get out there, and whether that's on a dating app, whether that's going to a bar, I don't know, whatever you want to do, like just to not be home alone. You have to actually put yourself out there in order to meet people if you're single. But this is just going to bring your emotional focus to relationships. And we will have this Capricorn moon last for a couple days, but we are making that shift. But what's really great about Capricorn moon energy is it's an amazing time to also disassociate from your feelings and focus on the groundwork. What are you building in your life? Like, it can be family, it can be friendships, it could be work, whatever it is, Cancer, that you're specifically building in your life, that Capricorn moon energy is going to add that benefit for you. Tuesday, September 2nd, we will have a Capricorn moon all day. And there's no specific aspects that the Capricorn moon is making because we don't really have any big planets in we just don't have any big planets in Capricorn or in Earth signs, as well as making any squares, because we have a lot of that energy, that fire energy leaving. But, right away with the Capricorn moon energy, it is going to be making a square to Neptune, as Neptune is still sitting in Aries. So that's going to happen at night, so I wouldn't even worry about that, honestly. It's a big blip. Like, it depends on your time zone. If you are awake for it, because it's going to be happening probably around like midnight or 1 a.m. Central Standard Time, just that square. This can just actually enhance our dreams, but also being realistic with our dreams. Like, you might have some dreams that are, a little bit more emotionally distant, and they could also be dreams about your relationships. But not everybody's going to feel that. So Mercury also, the big thing on Tuesday is Mercury is going to be moving into Virgo. This is happening at 9 a.m. This energy is going to be so welcomed because we are truly finishing up this Mercury retrograde that we had in Leo, because Mercury is exiting Leo. It's just exiting. So it's moving on. We get 4 Mercury retrogrades a year. They usually stick with us because of our perception change, but any conflicts that you guys will have had, especially like because Venus is in Leo right now in your second house of money, especially since Venus is in Leo, you guys are just really done with the issues, and you're more so getting the blessings when it comes to your resources, when it comes to how you value yourself, when it comes to material possessions, when it comes to money. So like, you guys are just like really on a different path now. And Mercury moving into Virgo for you guys will be there for about 3 weeks. And this one is going to make you guys so sharp in the mind, so crispy in the mind. You guys are also going to want to communicate more, whether that's to your family, to your friends, if you have a social media account, maybe put out some more content. If you're a writer, this is going to be a beautiful time of epiphanies for you as well. This is the writing house. So this is just going to motivate you guys to communicate better, like meaning that you're going to be very sure about what you're saying and how you're saying it. But I will say, with Saturn retrograde in the House of Beliefs, whatever it is you're saying, you got to truly believe in what you're saying, Cancer. You just have to truly believe in it in order to come across in a way where you can influence people to change their lives, or maybe put up boundaries and them sticking, who knows, whatever it can be, it's your voice. Also, throat chakra activations during that time as well with Mercury and Virgo. So if you do get a sore throat, if your throat's a little itchy during this time, that's just your throat chakra activation. It's rewiring your voice to be more powerful, basically. So Wednesday, September 3rd, we will have a Capricorn moon. And we have Mercury square Uranus at 2:40 a.m. So this is happening while we're sleeping, but Uranus is in the sign of Gemini, and when we have a lot of Gemini energy in our sky, our dreams are off the charts. So, and Uranus is a higher octave of Mercury. So Mercury square Uranus, especially because it's going to involve your 12th house of your subconscious with your 3rd house of your mind, your mental, your communication. Pay attention to those dreams, okay? It could be just out-of-pocket dreams that, can give you really great epiphanies when it comes to your sense of self and it comes to your value and where you're holding yourself back. So just pay attention to those, Cancer. We also have the Capricorn moon square Mars at 6:20 a.m. So, this could be an argument at home. This could be a disagreement at home. Like you could want to be creative, but you have daily routine stuff to do. It's something. It could be something as simple as that. But with the Capricorn moon, what's really great is you can really pull back and tap into that Capricorn moon energy, and you can pull yourself back and see things for what they are. It's not about not being emotional, but it is a good time to take your emotions a little bit out of any conflicts you guys have Wednesday night. But the Capricorn moon is also going to be opposing Jupiter. Yes, this is and that's at 7:50. That's at 7:50 a.m. And I apologize, the Capricorn moon square Mars is 6:20 a.m. So that could just be a conflict in the morning, and the same type of thing that I'm saying, like family and creativity, and could involve work as well. Honestly, could involve your work. But Capricorn moon opposed Jupiter at 7:50 a.m. This is also giving us some optimism. Yes, it's an opposition. Oppositions aren't generally perceived as positive, but at the same time, you have Jupiter in the first house of self. You guys are going through a year of, you're getting more opportunities than most, basically. Like more opportunities, the more authentic you are, the more that you know who you are and what you believe in and what you're going after, you're going to be receiving more opportunities, more blessings. But this is just giving really big optimism Wednesday morning, like a little jolt of optimistic energy. But it kind of depends on if you're experiencing the square to Mars or the opposition to Jupiter. It really depends, Cancer, what's going on in your life and the relationships in your life, and how are your relationship dynamics. Thursday, September 4th, we will wake up with a Aquarius moon, and that's at 5:32 a.m. So totally different energy, especially for you guys. The Aquarius moon really asks you, Cancers, like, where is your emotional focus when it comes to what you're committed to? It could be committed to a partner, committed to a job, just like long-term goals, commitment, depending on what that is. But we have a lot of aspects happening with this Aquarius moon, and this is all happening from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. So the Aquarius moon is going to be sextiling Neptune, trining Uranus, and conjuncting Pluto energy. Now, every time the Aquarius moon is going to be making a conjunction to that Pluto, Wednesday is going to be a really big day when it comes to aha moments on where Pluto is asking you to transform. Where are you putting the power outside of yourself? And it doesn't have to be this big thing, and the moon moves really quick, but it's really asking you to concentrate on that emotional focus when it comes to deeply understanding who you are and your own power. Now, Mars in Libra will be squaring Jupiter at 10 p.m. on Thursday. We can feel this transit for a couple days as Jupiter moves slow, and Mars it's in the same degree for 2 days. So Mars in Libra making that square to Jupiter, to your sense of self. This honestly could be conflict when it comes to Mars. Does represent conflict. Squares, this could be conflict when it comes to your family and your sense of self. But if there is conflict, by the way, that means that in any way of your life, when it comes to who you are, what you desire, how you come off to other people as well, if there is any conflict, this square is pushing you to change your perception. That's really what squares do, or change which direction you're going in. So just keep that in mind, that if you are experiencing any heaviness, if you are experiencing any conflict, that square, Cancer, is asking you to redirect and change. But that's happening at 10 p.m. But like I said, we're probably going to feel this for 2 days. And Mars is in Libra, which is honestly not super confrontational. That's not, if you have your Mars in Libra natally or know anybody with that placement, not super confrontational, but can be full of resentment. And that's how conflict comes out, through passive aggressive behavior. So just self-check yourself and make sure, Cancers, that you are being aware if you are illuminating any passive aggressive behavior to your family, to your friends, to your partner, and honestly to yourself too, right? So just be aware of that passive aggressiveness. I'm from wasn't born. I lived half my life. I'm in Minnesota now. We'll just say that. And I grew up here in middle school and high school. And I'll tell you, Minnesota is the king, the queen, the goddess, the freaking god of passive aggressive behavior. I think honestly, Minnesota should be named it's Mars and Libra. Like they have a Mars and Libra. That's what Minnesota has. So just like self-checking, depending on where you live. Not everybody might experience this passive aggressive behavior depending on where you live, because everywhere has energy. But passive aggressiveness is like one of my least favorite things. I just it's so unauthentic. Like, just say how you feel, you know what I mean? Like, be honest, you know, because I was raised in New York for my childhood, then moved here, so I love New York energy. You know, if you didn't like somebody, you said it to their face. Minnesota energy, it's behind the back shit, and I freaking hate it. It's my least favorite thing about, and I love it here. I do love living here, but it's my least favorite thing about Minnesota. All right, so Friday, September 5th, we have an Aquarius moon, and the Aquarius moon will oppose Venus at 5 a.m. This could make you, honestly, if you have any thoughts about money, your investments, money blockages, your resources, Venus does add, and it's a benefic planet, so even oppositions, it's going to add some pleasure to that Cancer. But at the same time, you know, just if money's on your mind, and then you have money blockages. That's it. That's how I see this transit. Venus does represent money. If relationships are on your mind, then maybe you should figure out if you're in the right relationships, or it could be on your mind because you're in a new great relationship, or you're in an amazing relationship and you just have this sweet energy in the morning. We also have the Aquarius moon making a trine to Mars at 4 p.m., which I absolutely love. This is a beautiful time for you Cancers to really, on Friday night, spend it with people that show you that love back. Like, this is like taking action also on your family and your home life, like redecorating your house or painting a room, something really simple like that. But also like going on a date night with a partner, going on a date night with a friend, you know what I mean? Like anybody that you feel comfortable and intimate with, and that you can feel like you can be your authentic self. Friday night is a beautiful night to do that. Now, Friday night, this is happening at 11:51 p.m. Uranus is going to go retrograde. So we do have this beautiful energy from this Aquarius moon on Friday on September 5th, but the day that Uranus goes retrograde, you don't know what's going to happen. That's it. Wow, that was snappy in the mic. I apologize. But that's it. Because that's how I feel about this. It's like Uranus is so random. Uranus throws you curveballs. Like, you can't, the one predictable thing about Uranus is it's unpredictable. So it's just one of those things where, you know, it could be a crazy awakening, a new perception change for you. It could also, I mean, this involves your subconscious. This involves your mental health. This involves like what you subconsciously do to sabotage yourself, as well as what you subconsciously do that's really good for you. I mean, there's both ends of the spectrum. So you guys are going to have to let me know how this plans out. Like, because Uranus, the day it goes retrograde, is the day we feel it the most. This is with any planet, by the way. It doesn't matter what planet it is. It's the day of it goes retrograde, the day of that it goes direct. That's when we get those aha crazy moments, especially with Uranus. You guys might feel a lot of energy on Friday. If you are working on those subconscious beliefs, some of you Cancers might feel a little drained on Friday and not know why or where it's coming from, and that's because Uranus is getting ready to give you some information here. Like, and that can be tiring. Anytime we have those transits to the 12th house of our subconscious, and our subconscious is doing the work right now, it can be a little bit tiring. So your body's just asking for some rest. But Friday, you know, Friday's just going to be, it might, and that's the thing, is Uranus isn't bad and it's not good. So keep that in mind. It's not bad, it's not good. It's just one of those transits where it's like, you just don't know what's going to happen, and really being okay with the unknown is going to suit you best. Like, being okay with that unknown, Cancer. So Saturday, we have an Aquarius moon, but the moon is moving into Pisces at 11 a.m. on Saturday. And this is when we are really, really going to start to feel this total full moon eclipse, okay? We are really going to start to feel this energy on Saturday. You might be feeling it all week. There might be little breadcrumbs here and there giving you that, aha moments. You guys are all different in different levels and how you absorb energy. But we do have this up and down week with all these transits and these transitions. So Saturday is when we're really going to feel it. Now, full moons. This full moon is, especially if you're contemplating on what to do with your growth and your expansion, and if you're confused about what you believe in, if you are trying to expand in learning something new, if you're trying to travel more, this is going to reveal something for you. This is why I absolutely love full moons, as well as full moons give us energy. It's when there's a lot of light in the sky. So you guys are going to feel this energy. You are. But how are you using this energy to your advantage when it comes to your growth and expansion? Because Sunday, this is like all weekend, this is the energy that's going to be given to us, is a lot of energy, honestly, and a lot of revelations. A lot of things are revealed. When you shine a light on something, you see the truth for what it is. And because we have Saturn in Pisces, you guys are really seeing the truth in a realistic way of what the truth brings. But also what's really great about this full moon is we have Jupiter involved. And Jupiter is such a benefic planet when it comes to growth and expansion. And it's in your first house of self right now, Cancer. It's all about you. So there is positivity to it. Now, this full moon eclipse is going to be happening on September 7th at 1:09 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's also going to be at 15 degrees. So if you have any planets at 15 degrees, you're going to feel it, and it's going to impact you more, especially if you have Pisces placements at 15 degrees. This is a powerful eclipse for you. And I don't mean this in a negative way. I love, full moons. We want to know the truth, right? We want to see the truth so we know how to move forward in our life in a way that's more in attune and in alignment to us. And if you know any Cancers that haven't awakened yet, you know what I mean when I say that, this also is going to awaken a lot of Cancers. This is that ninth house of spirituality. This is where spiritual awakenings come from, is this ninth house. What I've seen and what I personally studied, and what I've experienced. Honestly, I personally have experienced this. So that is another thing. So keep in mind this full moon. Let things be shown to you. So don't dismiss anything. Okay? Don't try to sweep things under the rug. It's not going to be helpful. It's not going to be useful. But this is also reaping the benefits. Some of you could be finishing a class up at this time. Some of you could be finally booking plans to travel. But this as a whole is let things be shown to you. And eclipse energy lasts for 6 months. So you might make a decision this weekend, Cancer, a big decision this weekend. And you might make it, but it might not carry out itself for another 6 months. So just keep that in mind. It's not complete immediate energy. All right, Cancers, let's get into this energy pull here. So pick one or two. And I just want to thank you guys so much for being here and supporting me, especially if you know me from TikTok as I grow my YouTube channel. I really appreciate the support. So one or two Cancers. Ooh, that one had a lot of energy to it. Number one. Four cards for number ones. 4. 3 cards for number twos. All right, let's go into number ones. Ooh, and I will show you this card. Look how beautiful that is. So beautiful. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Number ones, there's something that you need to let go. It could be a relationship, honestly, and it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but for some of you, I'm feeling relationships. It could also be like how you are you judging what your heart really wants? You know, are you these little subtle cues, like, are you judging yourself? Because there are new beginnings when it comes to that's not see look blocking that heart there, blocking the heart. And you know, also too, blocking the heart here, this is our galactic heart chakra is in the back, so we got 2 blocks here. And it's just like, look at this freedom here. It's like some of you number ones are just, you're lost in your own thoughts and your own memories, maybe becoming you're a little too nostalgic on what could have been, what should have been, or what happened. There's some healing looking to happen for you, but there is clarity available for you next week. It definitely with Uranus going retrograde, there's some clarity in your subconscious, especially about what you truly want to do, what you truly want to accomplish, whether that's work, whether that's love. You know, those 2 are the main things that are coming forward, just work and love here, career and love. So it's really giving yourself the time and the space this week to understand what your heart actually desires. So where are you thinking from your mind and doing things out of like defensive mode, like, you know, I'm doing this out of scarcity. I'm doing this because I have to. That type of attitude. So, just a lot of energy here. A lot of energy. There's new beginnings waiting for you, number ones, is what I'm saying. Once you understand what you truly believe in and what you truly desire and what you're truly disciplined towards, that's good for you and that serves you. Number twos. I love this card. Love this card so much. Number twos, there's a little bit of a different energy here. I feel like if there are any conflicts that are weighing on your mind right now, how do you talk yourself up? Like, you're the star of your own life. You are the star of your own life. You are the leading character in your own life. And are you acting that way, number twos? Are you literally going out and being like, I'm the leading character of my own life, and accepting that, and accepting your darkness just as much as you accept your light? Like, both are needed in this world. And are you accepting both? And I'm hearing next week there's going to be a lot of opportunity for you to speak your truth, your perceptions, how you see the world, whether that's you putting up boundaries or whether that's you just having a conversation with a friend. There's going to be a lot of opportunity next week for you to speak your mind. But are you acting like you're the lead character in a movie? Like, you're the lead. You are. You're not the supporting character. You're the freaking lead. So I think accepting the light and dark pieces of yourself as they both got you to where you are now. So acceptance is going to be super key for you next week. And when you have those opportunities to speak your mind, really tap into that leading character energy. Like, go into that leading character energy of, like, you know, I'm the star of my own life, my own show, I don't know, reality show, however you want to view it or imagine it, but you're the star of the show, and you're going to be very pleasantly surprised about how confident you sound and how eloquent you sound when you start speaking speaking on your beliefs that you truly believe in. So, all right, thank you so much, Cancer. I will see you next week.